So last video I got a lot of questions about how I make my coffee. So I do use Cafe Brick coffee. It is the dark roast. I do weigh out 33 grams of beans and then I will grind them up in my coffee grinder. After that I measure out water. So I use 625 grams of water, and to me I find this is the best ratio of beans to water, and this makes exactly 2 big cups for Lauda and I. So I do use 50 grams of the Dunkin' creamer, followed by 2 tablespoons of organic cane sugar, which is roughly 15 grams. And then I will add 200 grams of coffee. And so for me, that's the perfect sweetness for me, the ratio of cream and sugar to the amount of coffee. And I absolutely love this.
Oof, so good.
And for today's breakfast, I did make oats. So I did use 60 grams of dry measured oats, and then I'm gonna add 300 grams of water. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add a bit of salt. I don't really measure that. Microwave for 3 minutes. And this is a little technique to mash up the banana. So while it's in the pail, you can kind of smush it and crush it. So that way it makes adding it to the oatmeal a lot easier. And my banana did weigh 88 grams. And then I'm going to mix that up really well. Next, I'm going to add some maple syrup. So I use 30 grams of this New England pure maple syrup. It adds a real nice flavor as well as sweetness. As you know me, I love sweet. Then I'm gonna add a bunch of cinnamon. I don't really weigh this or track it. I just add a good amount, mix it up, and then here we have our oats for breakfast.
Well, alrighty guys, here is my breakfast. Super simple and easy to make. Reason why I just prefer to have more carbohydrates and less fat and protein, because I'm gonna train soon after this. Carbohydrates digest much faster than say protein or fat, and therefore it's able to give my body the energy it needs during the workout. Super simple, very easy to make, and actually very cheap too. Well, all right guys, so today on the menu, we do have some front squats. So I'm gonna show you guys a little warm-up routine that you guys can do before you're squatting to help you continue to progress, as well as to help your range of motion and to help prevent injuries. So why do we warm up? Well, for one, the most important thing is injury prevention. If you go and squat when you're not warmed up, you can really increase the chances of getting injured, and your mobility could be pretty stiff. Your body might not be super mobile, so warming up very well can really help you feel even more comfortable while squatting. So if you squat and say you have some pain in the hip here, or you have some pain in your glute or your knee or your calf, you might not be warming up properly, and there might be some stuff that is a little tight. So I'm gonna show you guys this little routine that you can do, and yeah, let's get into it. So first one I like to do is called the world's greatest stretch. So you're gonna come on down to a nice deep lunge. If you're lunging with your right leg, you wanna take your right elbow, reach for the ground as far as you can, rotate up. And so we're gonna do 10 on each side. And so try to keep your back knee off the ground, so that way more weight goes into this front leg that's lunging, and it'll open up the hip and the glute, okay? Let me switch. So eventually your goal is to try to get this elbow to touch the ground. Some of you might be here, you might be here, you might be here. So as your mobility improves and opens up, and this hip gets opened up more, you'll be able to reach that ground and rotate up. Okay, 10 per side. Next, we're gonna grab a band. So these booty bands, Lauda and I actually make these. So it took us very long to get the resistances right. We have 3 different bands. We have a purple one, a pink one, and a blue one with all different resistances. So if you guys are interested in checking them out, just send me an email and let me know you are interested. And here we have it, Team Big Booty Bands. So they do have donuts and lightnings. Donuts is like my brand, and lightning is Lauda's brand. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put the band just above the knee. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 10 air squats. So nice and controlled, all the way down. Keeping your feet flat on the ground. You want your heel and your toes on the ground. If you're squatting like this, go a little bit slower and really fight that to try to keep your feet flat. If you start to come up, that's all right. Just really try to squeeze, 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 and keep those feet flat. Again, nice and controlled. Try to keep that foot flat. Okay, after those 10, we're gonna do 10 side steps to the left. So after those 10, we're gonna do 10 side steps to the right. So I usually just do them in place so we don't have to walk if we don't have the room for it. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 10, 10. Good. Okay, after those 10, we're gonna do some banded glute bridges. This is gonna go ahead and fire up your core, your lower back, as well as your glutes. So what you wanna do is keep your feet flat on the floor. You wanna think about digging through your heels and sending your hips to the ceiling. So it's gonna go up and squeeze and hold for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back down, back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna do 10 reps here. So at the top, you really wanna squeeze those glutes. You wanna wake them up because they are the strongest muscle when it comes to squatting, deadlifting. They are very important to get them firing because that's what stabilizes your pelvis and your spine. So if one's more active than the other, that's gonna cause some shifting, and that's exactly what we do not want. We want both glutes firing at the same time, so that way we have a nice solid straight up squat. Okay, all right. Then for the last one, we're gonna go ahead and have the band around our ankles. We're gonna open up a little bit. And this one here, you should really start to feel your glutes activating on this one here. So we're gonna go ahead and do 10 squats, nice and slow and controlled, all the way down. Nice, slow, controlled tempo. All right. So that's a little warm up that you guys can try. And if you do have limited ankle mobility, I will share a video in the description box of this video that I did create to help with your ankle mobility and to improve it so that way we can get full range of motion squats. So be sure to check it out. Time to squat. And so for the front squat, you do need good front rack mobility. I have created another video if you guys wanted to check that out. That'll help you out with the range of motion to get your elbows nice and tall on the front squat. Reason being you want your elbows tall is because if you're here, the barbell is gonna wanna come forward. So we can get those elbows nice and tall, have that range of motion. We can go ahead and front squat nice and sturdy while having those elbows up. So that video will be in the description box as well if you needed it. So again, front squat, elbows high, nice big breath, brace, control on the way down. All right, so do a few reps with the bar and then I'm gonna slowly increase the weight as I go up. So we're gonna probably work up to maybe around 315. I haven't hit that in a little while, so we're gonna see how we feel, but that is the goal today.
So when I'm warming up for the squat, I typically take about 3 to 5 reps with 95 pounds. Then I go to 135, and then I'll bump it up to 185. And then from there, I'll go to 225. And then the next set will be 275. And so these are all warm-up weights depending on what I'm going to be hitting for my working sets. So today I did hit 315. So that was the exact warm-up routine that I did take to get to this weight. And we did successfully hit 4 sets of 3. This is my 80%. That's the volume we had today and felt really, really good on the squats. Had a good warm-up and felt solid. So overall, good day of squatting. And so today's Metcon of the day, we did have 4 rounds of 400-meter run and 10 bench presses at 225 pounds. So the first set, I was able to do 10 unbroken. And then for sets 2, 3, and 4, I did 7 and 3. So again, with Metcons, we're trying to move as fast as possible. So we're trying to get the work done as soon as we can. So for the pull-ups, I did manage to do 7 and 5. The entire workout. I had to do 12. I mean, I probably could have did 12 on the first set unbroken, and then I probably would have got tired, and then I would have been resting more than I needed. So 7 and 5 was perfect. It allowed me to get just a little bit of rest and then go ahead and crank out the last few reps. So overall, it was a really good workout, full body today, and really enjoyed it. Got a good sweat and really pushed myself. So that was my training for today. And then after my workout, I always do stretch. If you guys want, I can do a full stretching routine for upper and lower body. And I did get in a protein shake. So this was beef protein. I had 21 grams of protein, and it was time for lunch. So I was pretty hungry. So I did have the fuel meals, and this was the Thai chili beef, 46 grams of protein, 17 fat, and 57 grams of carbs. And I've started to heat them in bowls rather than in the plastic. So when they are frozen, it does take a little bit longer. 5 minutes is usually what I put it in for. But if it was just out of the fridge, it usually takes only about 2.5 to 3 minutes. And of course, here's my staple post-workout little snack, chocolate covered banana from Diana's. Super delicious, very tasty, and it's a nice little treat after my workout. And here's Zoe, just always judging, watching, judging. And here is my lunch. I do like to top it with crushed red pepper and plenty of salt. It did have carrots, zucchini, beef, and rice. And I am very fortunate and grateful that I do get to work from home and also get to work without a shirt, which is pretty nice. So I was just working on some content, getting some stuff ready for some upcoming videos. What if I told you this little scoop can replace up to 50 grams of sugar with almost no calories, no crash, and no guilt? Supriva flavor powder isn't just a sugar alternative, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Each serving has just 1 to 4 calories and helps boost your daily fiber intake thanks to inulin, which is a natural prebiotic fiber that keeps you full longer and supports digestion. It's made with real indulgent flavor, there's no artificial aftertaste, and it even includes lactase for anyone who's lactose sensitive. You can literally use this in everything: coffee, yogurt, oatmeal, and even baking. The flavor stays perfect even with the heat. So trust me, you might only need half a scoop. I like a lot of sweet, so I'll use a full scoop, but it is super concentrated and one jar lasts forever. No more sugar spikes, no more cravings, just rich flavor and better daily choices. If you've been trying to cut out sugar or hit your fitness goals, this is a total game changer. One recommendation: start small, because once you try Supriva, you'll realize sweet doesn't have to mean sugar. If you guys did want to check this out, you can use the link in the description box down below, and enjoy.
So good. Well, all right, guys, we are heading out. It is date night, Friday night. Usually every Friday we go to dinner, and tonight we're going to Rico's. Rico's has some of the best pizza. We really do love it and enjoy it. So we're gonna head over there, show you guys what we get, and I'm very hungry. So how about you? You hungry? Okay, aquí vamos. Hola, chamo, ¿cómo está todo?
¿Qué pasó, chamo? ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien.
It's like a gas one, right?
So we do got club soda. Now I don't waste calories on soda unless it's Mexican Coke. So club soda or water every time we dine out.
Every time I
And every time I go to Rico's, I typically get the same thing just because I really enjoy it. So I did get an antipasta with all the meat and cheese. And this is their house-made dressing. This dressing is amazing. This is what makes the salad. So I really enjoy this dressing.
So fresh, so good, yeah. The dressing is amazing. And I usually save the dressing so I can dip the pizza crust in there.
So antipasta was down, and now it was time for pizza. So I typically get the 12-inch personal pizza. I'll do double cheese, and just the flavor of the bread, the sauce, and cheese together, like, it is just an amazing combination. I love Rico's, and their pizza is really good, and it's really grown on me, and it's become one of my favorites in the area for sure.
So simple but so good.
Salud.
Salud. Well, alrighty guys, so that was a day of eating as well as training, and I wanted to share this day with you guys because you guys asked me how do I stay on track when it comes to eating out or eating a burger or having pizza or whatever. So I wanted to show you guys how I would typically eat when I had plans like that. It was Friday, we always planned to go out to eat some dinner somewhere, and we were going to Rico's. So what I did was just eat slightly less earlier in the day. So for breakfast, I don't really eat, I basically eat no protein and no fat. I'm training very soon after that, so I just want those carbs to digest and not be sitting in my stomach. So fat and protein does slow down the absorption and digestion of carbohydrates. So just by having the carbohydrates, I'm ready to train soon after that. During my training, I just had some powdered carbohydrates. Again, I like to sip on that while I'm training just to have some extra fuel. Post-workout, I had a protein shake, and then I had a solid meal, and then chocolate banana after that. It's just like a nice little treat, especially when it's super hot here
in Florida. Then I did have the Greek yogurt with the Supriva powder, which was very tasty. And then I saved all these calories and macros for my dinner. That dinner was roughly 1,553 calories, 77 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, and 53 grams of fat. So I still didn't go over my calories for the day. I was actually a little bit under, but as I'm going out to eat, I'm kind of rough estimating what I'm consuming there. And I was actually under my calorie goal for the day. I mean, I might have been right on my calories, I might have been a little bit over, I might have been a little bit under, but I'm pretty good at rough estimating because I've been doing this for a very long time. And so total calories for the day, 3,093 calories, 174 grams of protein, 416 grams of carbohydrates, and 84 grams of fat. So that's typically a little bit less than I eat on a normal day, but I don't eat like this every single day. So one day of under eating or overeating isn't gonna mess up your entire week of consistency. So I just wanted to clear that up with you guys, just to kind of put it out there and let you guys know that. So again, I track pretty closely on the daily, just because I like to give my body what it needs to be fueled and perform its best. But yeah, that was another day with me. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and definitely let me know if you did like the training section part, where I just kind of added a little more insight and a little more details into my training and some tips here and there. But overall, hope you guys did enjoy. That's going to be it for today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.